Hi, all. A little bit early actually. Just 3 minutes. Hope you're well. I shall wait until there's a few people on. Nice to see you on here. And the topic tonight was basically why we risk our life. We could go back to the booze, don't we? Every time that you relapse back on it, you take a big risk because it's a killer, isn't it? I mentioned sort of Russian roulette in that you have this compulsion to go back on it, even though you've been off for a while and got yourself healthy again. Hiya, Charlie, and Pattaya Penguin. How's Pattaya? Thanks very much for that. Hello, Observer. Wish you were okay. Hi, Charlie. Hope you're okay, Observer. A few people asking about you last night, actually. I hope you're all okay, and everybody else is. I'll wait for a few more people to join. I was just talking about why we keep going back to the booze when we know it's not doing us any good. We're harming ourselves, aren't we, every time we go back? Hi, Leslie. Thanks for the contact earlier. I've got the information. Thanks. Observer's good. It's good to hear. A little bit early, but that didn't matter. It's nice to see people on here. It's good that we keep the same process, I think, because people sort of rely on things. And I think it's good that the timing's good like this as well. About the right time of night, isn't it? Not too early, but not too late as well. Because this sort of mid-evening time, especially in the winter, it's a long, lonely night, isn't it? When you're fighting the booze, and you're fighting the urge to have a drink and relax because you think it's going to relax you. You're going to feel good, but you don't really. Pretty brief, isn't it? Johnny Troll, I feel I have pushed too far. I feel it's too late. I'm so scared. Well, there's a link for one-to-one mentoring on my videos under the description. Click on that, my number's on there as well. It's never too late. I was nearly dead. And I pulled it around. So you can do it as well, I'm sure. Get on the link, my number's around. I'll put on here as well. I don't know if you're through the UK. I know if you're not from the UK, then it's +44. Text that number. I'll give you some details. Hi Neil, how are you? Nice to see you. I was going to talk a little bit about, I know it always goes off subject, which is good because people talk about different things. But why we keep harming ourselves. And it makes me wonder why I did it. I'm not stupid. None of us are stupid. If we'd been, glad you're okay, Neil. If we'd been in a road accident, we wouldn't keep walking across the road, would we? And we know from quite an early age, really, that this will eventually harm our health, but we still do it. And it affects so many people. It's not, it is a drug, alcohol, but it's not as so rare in society as heroin and cocaine. Cocaine's more popular now, but alcohol's everywhere, isn't it? And you would think that most people would have got a grip and thought, well, this really isn't any good. It's everywhere. People do it, and there's so many people die of it, alcohol issues, and have your heart attacks and strokes and accidents, suicides, liver disease, obviously, and pancreatitis. Women get loads of bone problems. It even affects the lungs. It's incredible how many things it affects. Then you've got 7 types of cancers which are linked to alcohol use, heavy alcohol use, particularly mouth cancer and esophageal cancer. So it's best to get the doctors and the dentist, for checks of that because it can harm your mouth. And if you're really heavy drinking, you don't look after yourself. You don't get the proper medical treatment. You don't get the proper dental treatment. You just let yourself slide. Well, let everything slide, don't you? And everything goes by the wayside. Personal care goes out the window for a start. Hello, Paul. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Spending more. When did we go there? When I was there? This week? The Bakers is closed near Wetherspoons, which is a shame. Do good quiche in there. I'm just talking about why we keep harming ourselves by going back to booze. because it's so easy, isn't it? I think that's one of the reasons. And we always over glamorise it, don't we? And this fantasy of having a few drinks and enjoying ourselves. It doesn't happen anymore, does it? Catherine, nice to see you. How are you? Johnny, it cost me 2 divorces, 2 homes, working kids, all gone. I'm 44 and back with my mum. I've done all this. I must keep fighting. Yeah, we'll get into the link or text me and we'll get you off it. Because you've got to come off at 44. It's quite young still, isn't it? I tried to get off then. And I got off for a while. It's 8 years and I went back on it. Which is fucking stupid, isn't it? A lot of people relapse. And too many times, that's when the Russian roulette starts. Because every time you relapse, it's going to get worse. And my last relapse in 2014 nearly killed me. So that was my last shot with the gun. If I hit the gun again, it's going to hit my brain, bang on, bang on. So I can't relapse anymore. Charlie had to smell my usual boozer called me, invited me to drink with the regulars. I was just taking to drop smush, even though for 4 pints in the house. I wouldn't be surprised. I used to drink Beck's lager in the Forest Gate Inn. Not many people drank Beck's in those days. And I'd been away for about a month somewhere. And he did say, God, I mean, I don't know if he was joking or not. The owner said, we've got loads of Beck's left over. Depends what you drink. I suppose if you drink something which haven't got a lot of stock, But I mean, the crazy amounts we used to drink. 15, 20, 25 pints. It's madness. But you can talk about that here because people understand. You tell anybody in the church or a normal person who works in Asda or the tax office that you drink 25 pints, I think you're mental. Yeah, very crazy, Charlie. Totally crazy. It's a mad world, isn't it, out there? The drinking world is a mad world. Because it's mind-altering for a start, isn't it? And that's the problem. And it just becomes so controlling. It's worse than a mad wife, isn't it? At least you can run away from the mad wife. But you can't run away from the drink. Evening, Samantha, how are you? Nice to see you. As always, hope you're well. Nice one, Sam. Have you had a good day? Charlie Dack, nice little super chat in there. Thanks very much, Charlie. If you want to donate to the channel, the super chat is available. If you feel you're getting value from this, and Charlie opened the score in there. Brilliant. Thanks, Charlie. It's an excellent name, as I mentioned before. Sounds like a gangster. Bring in Charlie Jack. There'll be a film out about that Monday. Charlie Jack and the boys. Kaz, evening all. Hi, Kaz. Hope everyone's well. No drink tonight, so in bed with the shakes. Right, well, take it easy. Have some chocolate or something, get something inside you. Beijing Soak, Steve. Hope you're well, Steve. I'm very well, thanks. Samantha, doing good, thank you. Hope you're doing well, Steve, and everyone. Thanks, Samantha. Yeah, I'm doing right, and I think everybody else is doing well. Got a lot of regulars on. Only a few minutes into it, and we've got 30 people already, which is really good. Thanks, Samantha, for that. And Beijing Soak, Steve, thanks for your message. Kaz, you're going to rehab soon, aren't you? I don't know what day that is, but keep us informed of all of that. Beef and Chicken, how are you doing? The top moderator has disappeared, but should have been keeping an eye on it in the background. Rain zipping in. Kaz, no need to make yourself suffer unnecessarily. Yeah, I agree with that, yeah. Because Kaz is going to rehab soon, so take it easy, I think, is the key with that one. Don't rush this. Because I rushed it by, stopping suddenly and I had seizures, which is not good, obviously. You've got to really be careful with this, and there's not enough information on. Oh, hi, Catherine. Thanks for the donation there. Nice to see you. Very positive night already. These donations really help the channel to be strong and to grow. And the more of these we do, then the more people we can help, and that's the basis behind it. And I think we're doing quite well at the moment. We've got a lot of regulars on here as well, which is brilliant. Guys, got no choice, so no money. Okay, we'll just try and get through it. But if you do feel ill, then you know where to ring, because you don't want to suffer. As Rain said there, if you need medical help, get it, because that's what they're there for. They don't mind coming out to help you. That's the job. Never think twice about ringing 999. A lot of time wasters, but you're not a time waster. And so you need to use what's available. Catherine, just take it easy. Yeah, I agree. Take it easy. Try and calm down a bit. And like I say, if you do have any doubts with your health, then certainly give the boys in blue or but obviously the ambulance service first a ring. Johnny, I stopped after 8 cans a day because I was so bad with anxiety. Listen to Steve, don't suffer in silence. Yeah, thanks, Johnny. There's no point in suffering in silence. Get yourself off to get medical help if you're feeling that rough. I wish I had done that years ago, earlier. Seeing us up, how are you doing? Carlos, thanks. Oh, that's fine. Just do what we're at. A lot of us on here are pretty switched on this, and we know how you're feeling, and it's not good. Being so, Steve, squeeze some lemon and water. Okay, that's a good idea. Left liner, Johnny the Troll, that's where I am now. You're all at different stages, aren't we, with this? That's where there's a lot of knowledge in there. Thanks very much to the people who've dropped the super chat in. If you want to support the channel, then please do that. Or there's a buy me a coffee link at the top, which also helps very much. It's all appreciated. Catherine, no drink for 3 days of money, feeling better today. Thanks, Catherine. This 3-day thing seems to be quite statistical. Well, it comes up a lot, 3 days. I'm not sure how that works, because when I'd come off in the past, I had medication, so I never did 3 days on my own. And then obviously I self-medicated for a long time between 2014 and 2019. So we started Super Chunks. Sandra set the Super Chunk thanks in as well. On the other screen, I don't know where that's come from. That must be on the main channel. Thanks very much for that. Observer Cast Kitten, hope you're okay. Sandra, oh there you go, Sandra. Thanks for the super thanks on the channel. Nice to see you. Be happy. Says always ring 999 and withdrawals. They can be life threatening. Yeah, mine was definitely. That being said, don't expect a detox. Those days are gone. Normally hook up to a drip and send people on their way. Yeah, at least you can get some peace of mind or on worrying yourself sick, you know. Sparkling water kills cravings. Cars, I'm thinking of you. Take care. That's what it's stuff. That's me. During the trial, that's what we're all here for. Lemon and water daily. I did 3 days. In 3 weeks, relapsed. Just need to keep busy. This is the problem in the winter, especially when it gets dark and cold and people get bored. That's why you got to have a plan. My partner always says you must have a plan, you must have a structure, and you have to have a structure with everything in life, and you have to stick with it and be consistent, and that's how you get off the booze. To be consistent and do regular things, you know, and stick to a schedule if you can. But it's not that easy to come off the booze. It took me a long, long time, and I was right at the bottom of the bottle, as you know. Catherine, I don't have cravings, just go on binges. Yeah, I was a regular drinker, but I always had binges when I was on my days off, you see. Everyone's different, aren't they? But we're all tied up with the same demon. Samantha once called it the demon of the drink. The devil, wasn't it? It's a devil. Horrendous. Left runner, if alcohol was invented today, it would be banned tomorrow. So true, left runner, so true. Being so Steve, the craving started the binge. Last thing with me, with me, I was off for a couple of years and I would start just with 1 or 2. At the end of the week, I'd be having 10. But it seems to come back like a train. There's no slow build up, is there? It's just bang, you straight back on it. Routine is good. 100%, Johnny. 100%. The first 2 days are hell. Observer says, yeah. Be happy. I think your channel is great, Stephen. A blessing so many. The burning question I have, a bookcase behind it's wallpaper. Being so good and being sober, keep it up. Yeah, keep up the sober times because the magical times compared to what we've been through. Saying stuff, I wouldn't say I get cravings. I don't even really feel like drinking when I do. I think we do it out of habit and because we think we need it. That's a problem. Neil, it's horrible. This is horrendous. The first few days, so I've been told. But mine was done even when I got diazepam. I sort of slept for 2 or 3 days. I still felt very weak, extremely weak. Tomorrow evening, Steve, did you put those locks on the boat? Only your burger was pain backside, isn't it? Johnny Tron, my favourite man on YouTube. Thanks, mate. I have shared Steve's videos to everyone I know. Cheers, Johnny. I appreciate that. If anybody else wants to do that, please do share it because we're getting quite a good audience now. We are helping people. Nothing over. Be happy. It's wallpaper. Yeah, it'd be a lot of books, wouldn't it? Can you imagine? Jesus. It's got a lot of interest, that book. I need to start selling it if I can find it. Hello, A. How are you today after your trouble last night? Be happy to talk about it. There were a load of books that would fall on the floor, wouldn't it? My DIY. My last drink was 343 days ago, a day at a time, 1 day at a time. I'm not complacent and I have to be on it daily to stay safe. Yeah, you've got to make sure that you keep an eye on it. Because otherwise you can slip into just be complacent, really. Say, oh, just have one. And that's the danger. That one will lead to disaster, won't it? Cousin, congratulations. Be happy. Yeah, good point. 343 days. Good. Cousin, I'm okay. How are you? Hello in chat. Hello, Scott. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Yeah, so this is the point I've made. The Russian roulette thing, the video. It's worth watching the video. Yeah, oh, why? What happened when you messed up? Did you start on the booze again? I missed that, Sam. Thanks. Expand a bit on that, Mr. Magpie. Let us know what happened. Tech and Depis. The only one took me 3 weeks to get feel better. My daily intake was 8 Stellas and Bacardi Coke before bed. I'm nearly 8 months dry now. I'm feeling good. Well done, Depis. That's great news. 8 months, isn't it? Fantastic. Yeah, oh, why, Magpie, let us know what the score was. Observe for my beauty sleep, Steve. Love to all. Thanks, Observe. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. It's nice people to pop in so we know that everybody's okay, you know. Peter, hello everyone. Hi, Pete. Be happy. In the past, I have always relapsed because my brain is very good at forgetting just how bad out of addiction is. Yeah, that's the problem. We forget, and then we forget what happens when we're really on it, bad, and all the accidents we've had, and you associate with the good times, don't you? That's the problem. I've had a good time, I'm going to drink again. But we're always chasing what we got when we were young, when we started. As I said before, the first of anything's good, isn't it? The first ice cream's good. Be happy. Okay, that's thank you. So true, or disease tricks us, Scott Bob says. It's true. But how is it going to trick? How can it trick so many of us? Because we're not stupid people, aren't we? Not crazy. Jonathan Gould, good evening all. Nice to see you, Jonathan. Does anyone here like a Bovril drink? I used to like Bovril crisps. I never remembers them. It's going back a long time. So people like, well, a lot of people won't remember. People like Samantha and Peter, and Anne probably won't remember. The Submariner will remember Bovril crisps by Tudor. Alex, when you're human, yeah, it's true. And look after yourself, Kaz, 100%. You've got a lot of support here, Kaz. And I'll be disappointed if you don't ring the ambulance service if you need to. Bovril and crisps. No, it was Bovril crisps, not Bovril and crisps. Scott Bob, I could feel a relapse start a week before going back to drinking. That's interesting. I never did that. I just used to have, I feel really good tonight. I'm just going to have one. And then this is if you go back a long time, 15, 20 years, and think, I'll just have one or two. And then I'll just, I might go to the pub as well. It's only 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock, whatever it was. And then a few weeks later, I'll be gone again. I said there was no build up when I relapsed. It wasn't a slow, steady build. It was like having one or two, next minute having 10, and then being hooked again. And they say crack cocaine's addictive, but Jesus Christ, beer for me or lager was the same. Like bang, I went back on it. I was a 30 day for a long time. Yeah. Johnny the Troll. Your liver started to mend after 3 months. Your body will fight for you as long as you keep it clean. Your liver function will get better. It's different for everybody. Depends on your fitness levels and also what you've been drinking, the extent of any damage, whether you keep alcohol. I mean, being alcohol free is obviously the mainstay. You have to keep off the booze. It's as simple as that. If you don't, then you're not really. So I would be irritable before I took the drink. A blend of nervous energy overcame me. Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? It's nervousness. Ben, I've been off work 12 days. First 3 days, I dropped my usual routine. That's your usual friend. And Saturday been to Blackpool all week, not touched a drop despite hotel bar. That's good then. If you can do it when you're away, it's even better. Holidays are a real big risk for relapse, Electra liner, my approach when I'm off, and it'll always have one. Always make sure the garage fridge is full, cans. If you know you have that one, yeah, that's all anxiety. It's all total anxiety and fear of running out, isn't it? But if never nagged over, if my nagged me over my drinking, I would be long gone. Yeah, you have to. Somebody have to nag people, don't you? Alex, cocaine and alcohol, when combined from a different drug, is a body called cocaethylene. Interesting stuff. Phil Santino, your mod is a bully. There have to be something. Peter, partner. Oh yeah, partner, yeah, got you. So she nagged you. Well, that's good. In some ways, she obviously cares for you. And like I said yesterday, we don't listen to people enough. Liver regeneration depends on a lot of factors. Genetics and how much is taken hammering. Liver does repair, but only to an extent. Best thing is not to drink at all, 100%. Okay, so somebody in. The thing is that, you got to remember, if you're trying to turn back 30 or 40 years of drinking, it's not going to happen overnight, is it? Hope you benefit from these and get some value out of these lives. I think a lot of people are enjoying them. If you do them, please feel free to drop a super chat in, or there's a buy me a coffee link pinned at the top, because they're not monetized, these lives, so it allows it to flow quite well. I think it's getting really good, getting quite popular, which is good. It's more popular than I imagined it would be, really. But then you got some good characters in there, good characters. Both at my brother's football matches. Nice, warms you up, doesn't it, in the winter? Actually, football matches are always cold. Phil Santino, his bullies guys online, and the tax and nonsense. No, we can't have that, Phil. Beef and chicken, can you get rid of this Phil chap, please? He's just appeared and he's a bit of a dick. Yeah, so stop relapsing. That's the key. Don't give yourself a chance to relapse. Thanks, Beef and chicken, get rid of him. You always get one twat every night, don't you? There'll be more. Oh, Stephen, are you good? I'm brilliant. Richard, are you? Always good when I see you folk. Life can't be better, really. Johnny the Troll. God bless you all. Saint Steve, we'll see you all next time. I'm going to help my mother. Good man. That's good of you. Everyone here, God bless you all. See you in the next live. Cheers, Johnny. Take it easy. So I bought some motion detected alarms. I must be the villager. What was I thinking? The damn things that go off every time the boat rocks, I'm going to say, yeah. Or a duck walks by. Thanks very much, Peter, for that super chat. I appreciate that. Peter says 1 day at a time. That's so true, that. We have to take it 1 day at a time. That's the only way to tackle this and to break it down. Because it's an emotional hit when somebody says you can't drink ever again. But you can look at it, break it down to weeks and days, and you think, well, I've just done 24 hours, or I can do another 24 hours. And that's how it builds up, and that's how you get sober confident. Thanks, Peter, for that. Appreciate that. So you've got to take your time with it, really. Richard, had one beer, not feeling guilty, better than my previous bend. Brilliant. When you stick to one, you're doing well. Yeah, the ducks and that, and birds, can you imagine? On the water, and people fishing and all that. People going off all the time. Yeah, thanks, Samantha. It's discipline. Good job, Benjamin. It is very disciplined to go away somewhere and not drink, because when we leave our familiar areas, it's definitely tempting to think, well, nobody's going to watch. Nobody's going to bother. I'll just have a few drinks. And I did get tempted a couple of years ago on my own, but didn't. I'm so pleased I didn't, because my life wouldn't have turned out as well as it has. And, I wouldn't have met my partner. I wouldn't have progressed in life. I would have been back to the hospital, and may not be here even. Because even 1 or 2 for people who are in active addiction, should we say, all their life really, in a way, in recovery, 1 or 2 can start you off on a massive bender, and in the whole world of trouble very quickly. And you won't enjoy the drinking, you'll just be drinking it to survive, really. Yeah, well done, Ben, because you were a little bit shaky a few weeks ago. You've done well. That's good, Richard. Fair play. James, is the liver count of 300 high or raised? Advice reviews? What? Thanks so. It is high, that, yeah. Where did you get that checked? At the doctor's or was it the hospital? Or did you get checked for random? Was it a random check or was it a liver specialist? That's what. There's a couple of people on here know a lot more about the scientific side of stuff than me. They might be able to comment on that. Kingfisher IPA with dinner. That's not bad. You know, if you can moderate, then fair enough. I couldn't moderate, and then people with problems can't moderate. It's as simple as that. I've said it 1,000 times before. You haven't got the third choice of social drinking anymore. You've only got two choices, which is drink and kill yourself early, or disable yourself, or you can stop and live a new life. I would class it as a new life, not a different life. It's a new life for me. I feel better than I did when I was younger because I was drinking, quite a lot then. Always had some sort of hangover, tiredness, lethargic as well. Got me barred, take days off and have the odd sick leave, and no good for you. No good at all. So you've got to be very careful. As I said before, I still think that relapse is the biggest killer around. Because your body gets settled and your mind gets settled, and you go into this shock when you have 2 or 3 drinks. It's been proven, this kindling effect of relapse sobriety will really catch up with you, and it will come back, 10 times as strong as the last one did, and ultimately you'll die. And that's the bottom line. That's maybe what doctors should be saying to people instead of saying you should just cut down, because you don't go to the doctors if you've got a heroin addiction. The doctor doesn't say cut down; they'll try and get you off it with methadone and things. But alcohol, a lot of people will just say, "Oh, just cut down, just have 1 or 2," which is nonsense, isn't it? Absolute nonsense. You can't have 1 or 2 because that'll lead to 20 or 30. Electroliner, when I last had a dry spell, my daily commute home, passing my usual offie, I used to feel so good just driving on by. It is, yeah. You feel proud of yourself. That's a good point. That be proud to be so. Be proud to be part of this exclusive minority of people on here and also sober every day. Because you'll enjoy Christmas, you'll enjoy your holidays, you'll enjoy tomorrow, you'll enjoy the rest of tonight, and that makes a massive difference. I didn't enjoy most of my life when I was drinking. I just got through the day. It was pressure all the time, never at peace. When you get sober, you're at peace a bit more. Richard, hi Kathy, thanks. I'm okay, hard with a name like mine. Start to lose a stable composure after a while. But a tipple. Yeah, it can put you off balance, definitely. You've been a hard drinker all your life. I'm at the radio station. Evening all, how are you? James, doctors came up on cholesterol test. Okay. 300 is high, yeah. I'm surprised I called you back for a recheck on that. Be happy that's how it worked with me. Every withdrawal was worse and worse until I ended up fitting on full DTs. Yeah, it does get worse. Every withdrawal get worse because of this kindling effect, which I didn't know about until I did some research on it. I think somebody mentioned it on one of the hospital people mentioned it to me years ago. Lenny, isn't that what killed Amy Winehouse? She went on a big drink binge after a period of sobriety. Her organs couldn't. I think so. It's a bit of a combination with her. So, James, I had a liver count of 1,100. The good thing is, if you stop drinking, that number will reduce so quickly within a couple of months. It would back normal. Yeah, it does come back quick, doesn't it? Oh, why Mark by 1 piece? Well, you will get that when you come off the booze. Oh, why Mark? Have a look at the description part of my videos. There's a number on there. And there's also a link to one mentoring. Have a look on there, and maybe tell us a bit more what your issues are. Be happy says R.I.P. Amy. She's been dead a few years, hasn't she? Amazing talent. But I think she's mixed with a little bit of drugs as well. Lived the high life for a long time. Well, short time, really. I mean, in years, but as in, it was very. So what was it? Intense, wasn't it? Really, never stopped. She met a drug addict, didn't she? Commercial lagers are designed to lure you in. Yeah, you're probably right. And all the packaging as well. It's attractively packaged poison, isn't it? Electroliner. Fridays always drank more than normal. Had to bring my little girl to gymnastics every Saturday morning. Had to sit outside to avoid people smelling the booze on me. My daughter will despise me soon. You've got to get off it. Yeah, I know what you're saying. We've all done that, We've all let people down. But the first person you have to sort out is yourself. Because if you can't look after yourself, you can't look after anybody else. Lenny, yes, Amy Winehouse also on heroin, but drink apparently killed him. Yeah, I've heard that, yeah. There's a guy called Jason Payne James, actually, there's no option here. And Jason Payne James was the police medical examiner when I was a sergeant at West End police station in London on Savile Road. I got to know him quite well. He's done a lot of stuff on TV. Look him up. Jason Payne James. Payne James. A very clever man. Nick's Heisman is at ALT levels. Alex, no drugs. Just entirely alcohol poisoning with Amy Winehouse death. She was on drugs before, but not much time. Understand, Alex? Booze kills. Simple as that, isn't it? Booze kills. I had a liver count. Doctor told me to stop for 1 month. When I went back, it was fine. There you go. So soon comes down then if you cut the booze. Carsby, thinking about that slogan often. Yeah. I never drank, it was too weak for me, Carsby. As he stopped drinking and drugging years ago, did he? Okay, that's interesting, Scott. His damage was done probably when he was younger, I'd imagine. But in minus, man. Thanks, Exub, you have put me at ease. Jesus, yours was nuts. Love this group, help me a lot. Good, I'm pleased the group's helping. If you want to drop a super chat in, anybody, please do. Or the buy me a coffee links at the top there, pinned at the top. If you want to support the channel, super chats are brilliant, and also the coffee link is as well. It means a lot to get some support. Yeah, Ozzy stopped a while ago, but I mean he was taking a lot of drugs when he was very young, wasn't he? And drinking, obviously. Be happy. The reason I drank spirits is because I couldn't bring myself to down a pint after a pint. Yeah, well, I drank stronger lagers. I did drink Stella. That's an example of one. But I drank Peronis, and I drank a drink called Iyengar, which is made by Sam Smith. Well, it was on license with a German brewery. And Sam Smith Pils was about 6% back in the 80s. It was a strong drink. Let's go above alcohol or heroin. She is dead. For a good point. Electrolina, be happy. I'm the opposite. Can't stand top shelf. No, me. That's why it was really difficult for me to hide booze when I went to my parents or when I went to see my daughter or went anywhere. I used to have to put the bottles in socks so they wouldn't clank around. My carry on. It was a military operation for me to go anywhere. And I had this huge, heavy rucksack. I did like a channel in my shoulder when I took this rucksack. Madness when I look back. I don't say, have you got any drink in there, Dad? No. It's like, oh, no, there. Crazy. So, Nick, I believe, so they are the numbers you get when you have a liver function test. I know it's behind number range, so just quickly. Yeah, they do go down quick. I think it's ALT and something else, about 2 or 3, isn't it? Billy Rubin's one. Mine was really high and it came down quick. I can actually eat today. Food went out the window. That's a good sign when you're eating better. Any thoughts on Britain's longest serving inmate, Jeremy Bamber, 40 years in jail? And he's definitely guilty. He killed his family, didn't he? I'm surprised he's still in there. I thought he would have got slaughtered by some of the prisoners. Left on your story is horrific. Why not, Tom? Thanks for that donation. Fantastic super chat in there. Really big support. Why not, Tom? Thanks very much for that. It's very much appreciated. Helps support the channel, keeps it strong, keeps it growing, and we're able to help more people. All of us as a group. Beef and Chicken has endorsed that. Thanks again for a donation and for all the other super chats that have come in. Really appreciate that. Your story is horrific, but your descriptions of hiding the booze like military made me laugh so hard. It was very difficult to hide the booze when you're talking volume, because you've got cans, haven't you? And bottles are my favourite. So every pocket, every keyring, every rucksack, every bag had a bottle opener. So nothing worse than getting to somebody's house and trying to get the top off. No bottle opener. Like, Jesus Christ. And you're desperate for a drink. So didn't Ozzy Osbourne have an extremely rare genetic form of Parkinson's at birth? I don't know actually about that. He may have done. I remember that. Caught by accident a few years ago. I knocked him for 6, didn't it? And he seemed to have enormous cravings for junk food many days after consuming alcohol. Yeah, you do. Curries, pizzas, kebabs, just the usual stuff, isn't it? Now I've been sober for a few years now. I do like a bar of chocolate at night before I go to bed. It's a weird time, and not during the day. Simone, why not? Yeah, thanks for that donation. Why not? Excellent. Appreciate that. Yeah, we get cravings for different things. But definitely something sweet. A bit of chocolate. But if you want to try dark chocolate, that's quite good. Electroline is bizarre how so prepared we are as I said, so many bottle openers. I plan every outing precision to make sure. Yeah, you see, there you go. Military operation again. So, Bob, it's the sugar. Yeah, I'm sure it is the sugar. Yeah, replacing the sugar. Electroline is spot on that. The drink I had it in all different places. If I put as much effort into my job as I did to drinking, hiding, drinking, recovering from drink, traveling to drink, getting back from drinking, and trying to recover the money from drinking, then I would be a millionaire. Would have been a millionaire when I was 25. Crazy. Man, I was a good one. Black pepper's a liver rejuvenator. Is it really? That's interesting. Is the primary addictive substance. My partner drinks this black pepper thing with milk sometimes. It's a bit odd, isn't it? But just very fit. So it must have some good qualities. Yes, Lenny, I'm like that. I love curries. Yeah, I've got a mate of mine who actually lost weight by making his own curries. He's about 22 stone, about 12 stone now. Well, 12. Not 12, but he must be about 15. He's lost quite a lot of weight anyway, just making curries. He couldn't be 12 stone, never. Even when he's dead, he won't be 12 stone. Christopher Tate, good evening. So I hope you're well and have a good day. Yeah, brilliant. Christopher, hope you're well as well. Well too. Next time, Samara, thanks. I have another blood test again soon. Hopefully it's lower. I've not done 5 weeks. Good. Well done, Nick. Keep off it. Yeah. Catherine, Richard, I heard the black pepper is good for you. Antonian, evening. How are you? Nice to see you. If anybody wants to drop a super chat in, please do. Support the channel or a coffee, which the link's at the top. Nice to see so many people on. Actually, 42 people at 36 minutes. Not I'm a statistic person, but it'd be nice to get 100, wouldn't it? We're getting so higher and higher numbers at certain points, which is good. So all of you are keeping everyone else entertained, really, which is good. Because there's so much to talk about, isn't it? Everybody's got hundreds of stories about alcohol. The real farmer was on last night. He was talking about spending £200 a day at some points. The amount of money, God. Why not going for sobriety as my marriage depends on it? Well, exactly. You don't want to lose everything, do you? I mean, in my case, I was quite pleased to lose that part of it, but I could have lost everything, couldn't I? As in my health. That's been a great channel. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad people are on here to help and support each other as well, which is fantastic, isn't it? I had a load of questions coming again. There's a lot of questions come on the comments, Oh, Grantonian, thanks very much for that super chat. Really appreciate these, keep things going really well, and it keeps everything ticking over nice and grows the channel, you see. Be more and more people getting more and more characters. Nice to see you all on here. I hope you're benefiting from it. I love the way we're all so honest here. Catherine, yeah. I think that's the best way, isn't it? When we go to the doctors and we're drinking 25 pints in a weekend, you go and see I had 2 or 3 pints. It's nonsense, isn't it? You're not going to get any help then, because we're not being honest with them and telling them what's going on, Thanks again, Grantonian. Want you to get tired of dealing with the chaos. True. Well, I said that. Excellent, Nick, if you're getting results from your doctor, I should explain the results. Ask them to explain it, yeah. Definitely. Another great live session, Stephen. Thanks. Have a great summer weekend. Grantonian, thank you. Catherine. Done, yeah. Well done, Catherine. Hands clap from there. One at home spent about 50 quid tonight on alcohol. Wow. They say it goes so quick, doesn't it? Goes so quick. That's the problem. And it just, you think, well, why is it going so quick? Thanks for everybody for being on here. No, I can't get rid of this box at the bottom now. That I've clicked on. Grantonian, you help welcome. Thank you. 50 quid soon goes, doesn't it? Our partners need us whole and healthy. You're right there, Scott. Your family does well, yeah. So, but why not need to stop right now? It's hard, isn't it, Scott, to stop. We're all at different stages in this, But I get your point. Well, the quicker you can stay off of the better, really, And as you say that for your marriage, well, I got a couple of messages today from a guy who said it's too late to stop. I said, no, it's not too late to stop. I think I was months off dying and I stopped. So never too late, is it? Cut out the booze. Because, you've got to start somewhere. We all start somewhere in all of this, don't we? Nobody starts 100%. And you don't have to, there's no time scale on this. Peter, a mate of mine overdosed on curry, went into a coma. Acceptable. I actually started thinking, what's all that about? Maybe the chilies. How do I get rid of this box here? The box is split in two. How do I get rid of the bottom box? Anybody know? These computers. James, Peter. It's 1 out of 10 on funniness. Curry's dangerous stuff. See if you go into a coma. So yeah, what was that question? Managing anxiety without a drink's very hard, isn't it? You really got to try and get something from the doctor, which I did. I mean, you never mentioned any presence to me. You're not getting diazepam. Get out, basically. I'm about to apply for a mortgage and I'm shaking myself. With bank statements show wine warehouse every single day. Same figure every day. Now, that's a good point, isn't it? I don't think they're going to be bothered about that. But this is overthinking coming in, isn't it? Which I do a lot. Overthink. They're not going to do that. All they're interested in is your affordability level, really. How much comes in? How much goes out? Can you afford the mortgage? Can you pay it back? Build societies don't make money unless they lend. They're always looking to lend, but it can be a little bit more difficult if you've got not a lot more coming in, if that makes sense, or you've got bad credit ratings, all this sort of thing. But I wouldn't worry about the actual transactions. They're not going to be worried too much about that, I don't think. But you never know. Again, you start me overthinking now. But, you should be okay. I'm hoping you will be. Because it shouldn't matter, should it? Whether it's wine warehouse or something else, really. I wonder if the government will check people's bank statements. They might do in the future. Electrolina, thank you. No problem. I think you'd be fine, Electrolina. I really do. They're on about the government having access to bank accounts very soon because everything's linked, isn't it now? You pay tax on these YouTube things. You pay tax on everything, don't you know? There's no such thing as cash in hand. Maybe the old window cleaner. I'll tell you a story. About 3 years ago, I was in York. I was visiting a pal of mine who was unwell. He was ex-Met lad. He died, unfortunately. I got an ice cream. One for him, one for me. Because he can't drink. He had liver cancer, really. Actually, it had nothing to do with drink, but he was very unwell. So, on the banks of the river in York, and it was £5 each for ice cream, which is pretty expensive. And the guy said, no cash. Card only for an ice cream van. That's the way it's going. It's just crazy, isn't it? During the trial, it's so hard to leave. Love this chat. It's good, isn't it? Good. It's only 10. It's also very informative. Alex, you're lucky Steve don't start any psychotherapy meds. I think they're bollocks, but if they help some people, well, yeah, everyone's different, aren't they? So, honestly, the amount of times I got results back from surgery, it was usually the receptionist saying, yes, your results are fine and sent you on your way. Always have to see a professional for the result. That's a good point, that, yeah. Make sure you see the doctor to get the result, because receptionists aren't bothered, particularly. They'll just read out what it says. Just no further action, that's it. But you want to know what's going on. I don't think my meds help me too much, Alex. I love my non-psychoactive medication, Scooter. Yeah, same here. Yeah, always try and get the doctor to go through them with you. Just for peace of mind, really. Because otherwise you don't know, do you? I'm going to put something in there, try and get rid of this box. It's still there. The box is still there. It's split in two, this thing, for some reason. Not a worry. Let's read faster. So, yeah. What happens when your body... Oh, no. This is the question. How do you manage anxiety without a drink? Well, I didn't get any anxiety when I stopped drinking. But I've heard a few people still get anxiety. I don't know if that applies to you. But more or less, as soon as I stop drinking, my anxiety dissipates pretty quick. And I don't worry too much about things. Although I didn't like heights and I've been at the Eiffel Tower and been on a big wheel, so I'm a bit more brave than I used to be. That's because the person I'm with pushes me to do it. But when I was drinking, my anxiety was very acute. I didn't want to speak to anybody. I was worried about any phone calls, any letters, any noises, even. Bright lights, things like that. It was really, really, really odd. But you can't face losing my composure. Yeah, that's the problem. When you get sober, you don't want to lose what you've got, do you? That's like my doctor once gave me some tablets to help stop. The more I drank, the redder I get. I'd be like sunburned beer on a Friday night. Can't remember what they were called. Made me feel really hot. Yeah, you can't mix anything with booze, can you? I used to get very, very flushed as well. I think some of that might have had to do with high blood pressure, but most of the people, in fact, everybody I know my age is on blood pressure tablets. I don't take any medication at all because I'm looking after my diet as well. Diet is very, very important here, and a little bit of exercise and a bit of sleep if you can. Mix it up together. Get yourself healthy. That's the key. Once you're off it, stay off it is the message, and it's not that easy. I know it isn't. But the time you're off it, make sure that you double down on your food and your efforts in eating properly, and the exercise and the rest. Even if you're not asleep, you get some rest from it all. Thiamine, funny enough, thiamine's good. Yeah, I went to Boots to try and get some today. Vitamin B1, it's very good. Even though I've been sore for a long time, the doctor won't prescribe it, so you don't need it. But I think it's handy anyway. I really do. You can get it not just from Boots, you can get it from Savers and all sorts of places. Just get a vitamin B mix, really. But thiamine, but if you can get B1, it's even better, yeah. Little Annie, you shouldn't drink on that stuff. Go Bob, yeah. Saint Little Annie, you shouldn't drink on that stuff. No, you shouldn't drink on any meds. My anxiety went quick. Yeah, Neil, same as me. Mine went. Richard was 92. Must be alright. You'll find something to do. You've got to find something to do, honestly. You've got to get a structure in place, otherwise you'll just go back. If anybody wants to drop a super chat in, please do. Doesn't have to be a lot. And thanks to the ones who donated tonight. There's also a coffee link, buy me a coffee link at the top there, which is pinned. If you want to support us and keep the channel growing, let's help some more people. So my receptionist busybodies, why do they ask what the problem is before you get an appointment? I know. Some of this person you don't want to discuss it. I agree. Just make something up. That's what I've done before. Got a bad toe. It's fallen off. My arm's hanging off. Something like that. And I'll just make an urgent appointment. Just overstate it. Tell them you're going to kill yourself. Something stupid like that. And they'll go, oh, okay, better come in. If you tell them you've got a heart issue, you don't feel well, then they'll see you. Just over-egg it. An anti-alcohol med. Yeah, the anti-alcohol meds are no good with alcohol. Richard Burr's trying to publish a book, mate. You and I, right? Good man. Stick it on. We'll have a look at it. Neil Hughes, so that before we off. Yeah, totally. Other words, you want to get rid of people, don't they? But tell them you've got something different. It's like the guy who caught a burglar in his shed. It's a true story, this. Got a burglar in his shed. He rang the police and said, we haven't got anybody able to come. Can't send anybody. Can't send any units to your house. It's just a shed burglary. So he put the phone down. He rang back 10 minutes later and they said, well, you're back again. What's the problem? He said, I've just shot the burglar. And then within 2 minutes, there was a helicopter above his house. So one come if the burglar's there, but if you're telling he's shot, and there'll be loads of people there. He got done for wasting police time, but that'll certainly get you to the doctors if you say you've got something more serious. Gatekeepers, Jonathan, the receptionists, of course they are. They're there to just slow the system down, aren't they, really? And most of them don't know their arse from their elbow, really. I call them the Gestapo. Yeah, my two guys just tell them, Richard Bruce really in French to you. I call them the Gestapo. I left a book. It's a good idea. Every horror story printed, every bad story. In French, what's about them? I can't read French. I know a little bit of French. I learned at school, but not a lot. Not a lot. Yeah, so dealing with anxiety without a drink can be very difficult. And that's how I got into the trap of self-medication. Well, I felt so bad, I kept drinking. And that was a problem. During the trial, to do live every night as much as I can, yeah. I'm trying to do it for a couple of months and just gauge what the response is, really. And then so I'll go from there. But if I'm away, I won't do them mostly. But if I'm around and I've got a bit of spare time, I'll do them, definitely. If it helps. and I get support for the channel, then I'll do them as much as I can. Yeah. Electroline, I love the live. It's like a meeting. It is, yeah. Do you use the AA? Because I tried twice, I didn't get on with it, but I think this is a bit more lively than the AA, from what I gather. Never done meetings, so afraid. Yeah, well, the ones I went to didn't really do me much good. A bit like about higher powers and things. There's only one higher power when you're with the partners hard as nails. There's only higher power, isn't it? So that's a good man. I think will help. Yeah, I think it does help a lot of people, doesn't it? Nick Field, good evening all. I say if you want to support the channel, please drop a super chat in, or hit the buy me a coffee link. It's pinned at the top there. Excellent. I think it's about fifth the A, not into that. Yeah, I mentioned something about higher power, 12 steps. Talking about things didn't do me any good. I had to get off it, and then I could talk about it, if that made sense. But there was a lot of people there was whinging on, I thought, instead of chatting on, about their life and how this had happened and that happened. But I think you've got to move on from that. And, we're all in the same boat here. Whether it's for you, it's your fault or somebody else's fault, we've got to get out of it. And you've got to be looking to get your health back. That's the main thing. That's the number one criteria, isn't it? Richard was trying not to use alcohol as an excuse for worse policy. Very true. Yeah. Just get on with your life. Because you're not here for long. I learned that very quickly when I was in hospital in 2019, 2020, and 2021. A lot of people I was in wards with died, in my time in hospital. I was in all 5 major hospitals, so I got to know people. And when it takes me away for, they call it a procedure, I call it an operation. For an operation, and then the nurse comes in 15, 20 minutes later and just rubs the name off the whiteboard and tells you that they're they've gone. It's not good, is it? Samantha, hi Nick, yeah. Hi Nick, nice to see you again. Hi again, Samantha, hope you're doing all right. Electroliner, Richard Bruce opening a letter. I crack a beer for an excuse. It's pathetic. Yeah, any reason you will reach for a drink. I mean, somebody said they only drink on days that begin with a T, which is Tuesday and Thursday. And then he said today and tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So it's any day, isn't it, really? Leslie, I liked the meetings, but I had to try several before I found a cool group. Lots of therapy and Cymbalta, whatever works best for you. Well done, Leslie. Hope you well. I haven't seen you for a couple of days. Richard, cup of coffee, midnight oil, get down to it. You said it, life's too short. Of course it is. Yeah, it goes too quickly. And you don't want to waste it. You want to have a good time. You want to enjoy yourself as much as you can and be lively. You can't be lively when you're drinking. It just slows everything down. Scooter Bob A won't help unless you allow it to. Get involved, make your friends, you are the newcomer. Yeah, well said. It works for a lot of people. Electroliner today, Saturday, Sunday, yeah. Any day with a T in it. Tuesday, Thursday, today and tomorrow. Got to score, Bob, got to go. Right, catch you later. And nice to see you in here again. Good moderator, Alex. I saw that video about experiencing death by alcohol firsthand from your stay. Yeah, it's not nice, is it? The whole thing is bad. The mess you get into. So, man, I wasn't happy with the A, so I became an RSC member. Yeah, you're right there, man. I only went twice and I didn't find it particularly inspiring. There doesn't seem to be many characters there, like there are here. There's all sorts of people on here. But yeah, dealing with anxiety without alcohol is very difficult. But the trap you've got to beware of falling into is this self-medicating to try and get you over the withdrawals and the acute anxiety which you get with booze, because it's not good at all. It really isn't. Addiction, when you can give up whenever you want, as long as it's tomorrow. Yeah. The amount of people who say they're going to give up. I mean, there's one lad I know. He always says, I used to say when I used to go and see him, I'm just going to have one more. I'm just going to have one more. And then he'd be there all night, Because people just don't have one more. They'll have several more. And that's the issue, isn't it? It's incredible how people will just sit and wait for another pint. And then somebody else comes in and, do you want another? Yeah, go on, no. And I used to do it myself, really. When I look back, especially in London, where I'll go and have 2 or 3 pints and then I said, oh, just have another one. Then by the time you have the other one, somebody else is coming, do you want a drink? I shouldn't really, I better get off. Just have one. Then you buy them a drink. Then somebody else comes in. And this, just have another one. And by the time you look at your watch again, it's 9 o'clock. They say, well, the closes in 2 hours, might as well just stay. So that's how it goes. I mean, the first mistake is going to the pub itself, isn't it? And then the second is staying a bit longer, and a bit longer, and a bit longer, and a bit longer. You get home late and you haven't had a proper shave or wash or a shower or anything, and you haven't got a shirt ironed for work, and then you're chasing your tail all the time the next day. And it just compounds. It makes the day longer and more stressful for you. Then the more stress you've got, then you get under the booze again. Crazy. That's my motto, just one more. It's mad, isn't it? There's never one more, is it? Richard, 42, missed out on being normal. Paris and the literati, tough mistress, writing. Right. We'll send us the link to the book, we'll have a look. I'm looking forward to it. But we're in Paris in March. Lovely city, Paris. It's cheaper than the UK now, because since Brexit's kind of what a carry that is. Europe is a far better place to live, well, the rest of Europe than here. This country's just priced itself out of the market, isn't it? Yeah, another one about when you come off the booze, your sleep will improve, your energy levels will improve. That's the thing I found. You've got a lot more energy than I used to have, even when I was younger, because the booze will just take your energy away. It drains you, doesn't it? Mentally and physically. And you lie in bed and can't get up and you feel rough. That's why people drink more. People will be looking forward to this bank holiday purely so they can drink more. The only reason that people look forward to bank holiday is so they can drink more. I mean, some people, there's a few normal people who won't be doing that, but there are a lot of people. Most people will drink too much this weekend, or on every weekend, not just this weekend. And then they've got Christmas coming up and it's like, whoa, let's go and fill 4 trolleys full of beer and wine. It's crackers. So, if you're an acute alcoholic, only when you get to your rock bottom can you start to rebuild your life. Unfortunately, some people's rock bottoms don't get the chance. Yeah, that's a very good point. They go past that, don't they? I'm very lucky to be here. I think the Submariner is as well. Rick Shea, my alcoholic mate of 20 years, just died from overdose. Likely alcohol involved, just 35. Jeez, man. This is the problem, isn't it? So many youngsters dying. Electroline at Christmas, I dread it. It's fine sober, Christmas is good. If you want to leave a little super chat in there, please do. Or there's a buy me a coffee link at the top, which is good because I know the YouTube thing's easy, but the buy me coffee is even better, really. It helps the channel keep going and keep strong, and let's help some more people. Support the channel. We'll be here for you, and we'll do them most nights if you want, as long as it doesn't get too much. Cousin, that's awful. Young, 35 is crazy, isn't it? Rick says, sorry to hear that, R.I.P. It's horrendous. And people are down at that age. I spoke to a guy the other week. He was in his early 20s and he was drinking a bottle of whiskey every day. I mean, that's incredible amount, isn't it? I did get him off to, whether he's gone back on it, I don't know. But you've got to try and get this different mindset that alcohol will do you no good, it'll kill you, it'll do you harm. And if they're romanticising about it and thinking about all the good times and the glamorous times and all this sort of nonsense, you've got to start thinking about your health. We should be thinking about health all our lives, really. But some people think about when it's too late, when they've had a major issue, or when they're super overweight or they've got some problem, then they start off themselves. Sometimes it's too late. But fortunately, I'd been off the booze for long periods before the last relapse, so I was reasonably fit. And I never smoked. And I was very fit when I was young. I was a really good swimmer, good runner, and all that sort of thing, which all helps. The younger you, or the more you do now, or the more you did in the past, will help you in the future. So, as soon as you come off it, stay off it. Because every day is a bonus, I work as an electrician. I work in many shops. One office I worked in said the lockdown during COVID was double the sales of Christmas every day. I'm sure that's led to many recent problems. I agree. Yeah, well, it led to something called alcoholic hepatitis, actually, where people were dying after only a few years, a few weeks, even a few months of drinking. Rick, some people can't be helped. It's very true. They can't. It's only the person themselves that will make the final decision to stop. Richard, I hear you don't fancy my liver packing in before time. No, you got to be really on this. Otherwise, you'll fall by the wayside, as millions do. I mean, the last year's figures aren't out yet, 2024, but 2023 was the highest ever death rate by alcohol-related disease of all types. So, man, it's better to have tried and failed than never have tried. 100%. You got to try. Let's good night, folks. Speak tomorrow. Yeah, thanks for your input tonight. Appreciate that. Thanks for everybody's put a super chat in. If you want to drop a super chat in, please feel free to do that, or buy me a coffees at the top as well. Johnny, it's hard as a bricklayer. All the lads go for a pint. I'm thinking of just changing jobs, if non-stop booze, especially in summer. Same in every job, that, no, Johnny, The same in the police, will be the same in the military. Same with the solicitors' office closes, they go for a drink. Same in the hospitals. After 10 o'clock comes, when the late shifts go for a pint, I used to go to pubs in the morning at 6 o'clock in London. It'd be full of doctors and nurses, pilots, hotel staff, people who've been working shifts, It's not just bricklayers, but it is high in the construction industry, the alcohol take. But it's not the highest. Richard Bruce, I'm good. Kept myself fit too. That's a massive bonus. You can keep yourself fit, especially when you're young. If you've done a lot when you're young, then it will be a benefit when you get older. Yeah, good night, Fiona. See you soon. Because the better condition you're in, really, isn't it? So you've got to be on the ball with this. You can't let it slack. If you let it slack, then you're back to square one pretty quickly. Then you'll be drinking again. Yeah, this is another one that comes up a lot. Traveling or holidays when you're off the booze. So many doctors, so many people will tell you that holidays are a massive, massive opener for relapse. Because you're out of your normal routine. If you're working, you have to get up for work. You lose any sense of discipline and responsibility on holiday. And if you're most people have got a budget. If you're budget conscious, then the price of it, they go to Tenerife, it's like €1 a pint, isn't it? Something like that. It's mad. Richard Bush used to play rugby. That's good. Keep fit. Bit of lockdown nearly seeing me off, hospitalised. Sighties, fluid, sepsis. Wow. But Jonathan goes same both codes. Yeah. So holidays. When you go on holiday, you're away from family and friends normally, or people who are watching you. You think they're watching you, and everything's cheaper. And you just think, especially these all-inclusive things. I've only been on one, but I died because I was just drinking all day. You lose track of how much you've had to drink. Johnny's so widely available, isn't it? It's everywhere, isn't it? I was very fit, lad. Can still run 5 miles. I'm pretty strong, but drink plenty. I'm up and down. What age are you, Johnny? So, Johnny, the 12 bricklayers and craftholders, Premier League, wolf whistlers. They are, yeah, everywhere. Big drinkers, but it's all professions, not just construction. Hospitality is bad, medics is bad. It's everywhere. There isn't one profession. It's like these fluids. What I had when your liver starts to shrink and it becomes cirrhosis, you get this fluid buildup of some type, but something like protein, isn't it? Something, and it just doesn't go away. So you have to have it drained off. That's what I had. And I managed to get it right. And it was drained off, and I recovered. A lot of people die because of that, because it affects the kidneys, but mine didn't, thankfully. So I was very lucky. But obviously I've got to stop the booze forever, which I don't mind because I like being sober. In fact, I love being sober. I love my life now. It's totally different. Johnny, 44, you're quite young then, so you're better off pulling it back a bit. I don't think a change of career will make any difference. It's you got to change your mind. I mean, you're fit. It's a physical job, that. And if you can look after yourself as well, you'll be all right. But I know it's like, and even I tried something not to go for a drink, and not go with the lads who went, like, it's the last early turn before 3 days off. Just have to go for one or two. We used to call it this Thursday club. 2:30, you'd finish in the West End of London. You'd have to be back at work till Monday night. So just go and get hammered on the Thursday. And somebody used to come back up north on the Friday and Saturday and drink more when I was visiting people, and go back on the Sunday feeling dreadful. It took me a day and a half just to get myself back to normal again, to try to dry out. So it's so easy to be led by others. That's why you've got to be strong, and you've got to take the bull by the horns and say, I'm not going to get hammered today. It's not easy though. If it was that easy, I would have stopped when I was 25, wouldn't it? But when your liver stops working, fluid builds up horrendous. Yeah, I don't know what actually causes the fluid build. It's something to do with portal hypertension. When the portal vein in the liver becomes restricted, then you get this fluid buildup, which can lead to kidney failure as well. Pancreatitis is another massive problem with alcoholics. Once you get pancreatic problems, the prognosis isn't very good at all. I know one guy who's had it twice, and he takes 17 tablets a day, and he still drinks heavily. So he's had the warnings. Like 10 more minutes for me, so hard to leave this. That's good to hear. Thanks for that, Relena. Richard managed a good piece on Tuesday, never shake. Good. Beaven Chicken suggested to my husband that we set up a home gym. He was super excited, has already bought kettlebells and floor mats. That's good. Well done, Biff. It's a good idea, that. Then you don't have to mess around going to the gym, do you? You just, as long as you get motivated and you motivate each other, it'll be fine. During this travel, just turned 44. There's a few 44-year-olds on here, in the 40s, 50s, 60s. One couple got 70s as well, It doesn't matter what age you are. It's open house here, and you can see what you want. As long as you're not abusive, obviously. There's a lot of stories come out, a lot of information. I've learned so much in the last few weeks just by doing this. And it's opened my eyes really to how destructive this is, because it never gives up, does it? I hope you're benefiting from these lives, as I am. And if you want to support the channel, then please feel free to drop a super chat in or buy me a coffee links at the top there, which is pinned. What else did somebody say? Yeah, I was talking about the energy levels. Your energy levels will come back massive. You feel much better in yourself. Because on top of that, you see, when your body starts to repair, you will feel as if you want to eat more and eat better quality food and so on. I don't know where Bertie is. He's been a bit off and on this week, hasn't he? Yeah, I think he's feeling well. He's got diabetes as well, Where he's taking a bit of a break from it, I don't know. He just popped in for a few minutes last night. It wasn't that long. But everyone else just seems to have turned up. So they're all like, most regulars about. I don't know where he is. He might be on later. No son of Dylan tonight. No, Con and Dylan come on a bit later, I think. Richard Bruce, are you a coffee? No problem, Richard. It just hasn't went. No problem. Yeah, also missing Bertie, Dylan, and Con. The real farmer was on as well, wasn't he? Oh, she. Last night. Quite a lot to say as well. Interesting how much money he lives in the Cotswolds. How much he was spending. But then again, I was buying and selling Mayfair. It was crazy. Nick G, hi folks, 1 year sober tomorrow. That's good. Round of applause for Nick G. Brilliant. 1 year sober. It's a massive milestone, that, You must be feeling better. Every year. Stuart Griffiths, evening, Steve. I hope you're well. I am, Stuart. Hope you are too. Tracy, good evening. How are you? Beaven Chicken, never a good sign when one of our gang doesn't drop in. True. Yeah. They will, though. They'll be back. Hope they will, anyway. Jealous Nick Peter says, yeah. Yeah, well done, Nick G. A year is incredible. Please drop a super chat in or hit the buy me a coffee link to keep the channel going. Well done. A year is massive. Evening, Tracy. Nice to see you again. Somebody else comes on a bit late. I think Dennis comes on a bit late, isn't he? It's only 10 o'clock. So I started this a little bit early. not that much early, but got a few people on very early. So your energy levels will increase. Your whole life will change. But you have to live a different life. You have to be willing to change. Simple as that. And fill your time in better. Nick J, feel great. Relapsed more times than I can remember, but the body can't take the withdrawal again. Yeah, that's the same as me. I'm hospitalised in the end. The withdrawals are too much. It's the kindling effect with the relapse, which I keep going about, and it's just horrendous. It hits you like a train, doesn't it? Rick, so much change in a year. It's incredible, yeah. Probably the best year of my adult life. It is when you get sober, isn't it? Your life's different. It's a new life, not a different life. During the trial, 40 now, my body's deteriorating fast, back, shoulders, depressing. And you open the can, I'm having 46 months off it in September after I get my rotator cuffs done. I must stop the thing. You've got to pull back, yeah. Because everything will get worse. Any minor issues you've got will get much worse much quicker. Yeah, brilliant job, Nick. Fantastic. So, every niggles. And also, when you're drinking heavily and you get to active addiction level, you put off seeing the doctor about other things, which makes everything worse again. And you kind of get back from that. That's the issue, isn't it? You'll never be able to pull yourself back. Because the different stages I mentioned before, the social drinking, moderate, heavy, then heavy when it's causing you issues, and then you move on to this other phase where you're holding on the edge of the cliff, and then you lose your grip. And that's where I was. When you've lost your grip, you can't get back. And then a lot of people lose their life. That's what my was on earlier to me in the comments, so she was about, because obviously I've got the main videos as well, Richard Burr's best time to take stock, 100%. Left line of my withdrawal so far from every time quitting has just been horrendous. Sweats in bed 2 or 3 nights. Can't sleep at night. No, you can't. Then I feel good. And chance the famous one. Yeah. What this is it's just a feeling of. It's a trap of feeling that you've cracked it. Feeling that you're cured. You'll never be cured of this. Stuart Griffiths just bought a coffee. Thanks very much, Stuart, for that. Really appreciate that. Stuart Griffiths, thanks for keeping us going. There's a message. Cheers, Stuart. Anybody else wants to drop a coffee in, please do. And thanks again for everyone who supports the channel. Thanks for everybody for coming on here. It makes a massive difference. I think we've got a good group here. Solid, it's informative, good banter, nothing too serious. And if somebody's having a bad day, we'll support them. There's a lot to be said for that, coming somewhere. I mean, we're not all around living next door to each other, but we're all in the same mindset, I think. Here's Con coming on there. Oh, Con, thanks very much for that sort of chat. Cheers, Con. I appreciate that. Somebody was just asking about you earlier, and I said, "Oh, you'll be on soon," and then he just popped up. Well done, Con. Nice to see you with a funny little cat there. Bye. I would say hello. There's some new people on, Con, and a lot of old timers as well. Although when I think it's 5-6 weeks, not long, but it feels like we all know each other, doesn't it? Stuart Griffiths, thank you, sir. I'm not every night, but the lives and videos keep things in check. Well, you're welcome, Stuart, and thanks for your donation. Appreciate that. Thanks, Con, for your donation too. It all helps keep this strong, and we can help as many people as possible. That's the aim: get as many people as possible back to full health and strength. Because when your health's good, you feel better, and you feel happy. We're only here for a short time, as I've said 1,000 times before. Let's be happy. I was sad as a drinker. You go into any of these pubs, people look sad, don't they? Beef and Chicken, thanks for posting the links to the book and the one-to-ones and things. Beef and Chicken's a top moderator. Thanks for doing that. And thanks to the other moderators too. Catherine, good night to you. Good night from everybody. Thanks to Catherine for popping in. And thanks again, Stuart, for that. Con, top man. Electronic, absolutely can't thank this channel enough. Not there yet, but I feel this is a great step. You'll get there. We'll get you there. We're all here to support, Thumbs up on the way up, please. Yeah, please do, as Beef said and Samara says as well. Just like the channel. If you want to also have a look at the main videos, because there's a lot of informative stuff in the videos, not just from me, but from other people who put comments on and share their own experiences, Because I mean, I do the videos, but there's thousands of comments. And one video has got you should look at, it's called An Alcoholic's Day. Quite simple to tell an alcoholic's day is nearly 500,000 views on that. And that's what started the channel off, really. That's about a year ago now. Actually, can I let you all know when it's my day one tips, Of course. Yeah, you must. And come on and be accountable in here. Because if you're accountable, then you'll not go back on it. That's the key. You've got to keep you off it. Keep you off the booze. Get you healthy. Because I'm healthy now. And somebody told me 6 years ago I'd be healthy again. I would have said bollocks. No chance. Even the doctors would have said no chance. Cars, good night, Catherine. Good night, Catherine. See you soon. Electrona, bank holiday is my last day. But what we're going to do then, Electrona, what you need to do, if you've got this plan, which is good to have a plan. Samantha, good night, Catherine. See you soon. Hi again, Sam. Electrolina, bank holiday is my last day, right? So what we do from now, Electrolina, bank holiday is the last day. That's 4 days you've got, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Start to taper down from now. I don't know what your consumption is, but try and take 10% off, 15% off every day if you can, depending on what you're drinking, how much you're drinking. If you really are dependent and you need medical advice, I would say, because I tried to stop suddenly and I had seizures and I was really ill. So if you're confident with it, then you taper down a bit, start immediately by just taking a little bit off, and we'll see if we can get you off from Monday. But yeah, come on here, and this is an accountability channel as well. Don't feel pressurized. But if you can come on here and say I'm sober again, you get a massive, massive response and a lot of support here. That's what we're here for. And the more people we can help, more people keep healthy and save lives. And God knows how far we'll go. It's incredible to be able to help people. It's probably one of the best gifts in life, isn't it? To help others. Save a life. Wow, it's bizarre. That for me. Evelyn, you keep saying that, but you have to actually get it done. Yeah, so the boss is coming there, even checking. You have to get it done. Mm-hmm. It's true. I know somebody else who says that a lot. You've got to get it done. Alex Lana, go for it. Thank you all. Says Lana. I mean, you've stuck around here quite a lot tonight. I've always said bank holidays. Yeah, like Samantha, Alex Lana, yes, do that. We're here for you, 100%. A lot of good people here. It's good to see a lot of women on here as well, because the WhatsApp group's full of men. And I'll put them number down here. If you want to join the WhatsApp group, we need some more women on there. It's good to get a mix of people of all ages, and male and female. It's about 50% now, which is good, isn't it? So I thought it was going to be just a load of drunken old soaps, that fellas. Johnny Wilkinson just bought a coffee there. Thanks, Johnny. I'll just read the message out. Really appreciate that. Thanks, Johnny, and thanks to everybody who supported the channel or supports it regularly. And by being here, you're all supporting it. To be honest, it's nice to see people on here, and it's well supported now. We've got a massive group of regulars, which makes a huge difference, because there's a core group of people who we all sort of know each other now, don't we? And trust each other's opinions. And I've learned a lot from this. I'm sure everyone else has as really, because it's incredibly powerful to be able to do this and to to speak openly about things. So you kind of get this new app where we have to give virtual breath tests. That'd be good, wouldn't it? I think that's what they do in some of these rehab type places where you just visit on a community basis. Johnny Watkinson, here's to you for your help. Thanks, Johnny. Appreciate that. Much appreciated. Okay, it's the last bank holiday, little Boxing Day. But what are bank holidays for? Getting drunk, aren't they? Simple as that, really. Samantha, electronics, she's backing you up as well. We all back you up. So kind of get this new app where we have to give virtual, but that'll be interesting. Virtual breath test, wouldn't it? Yeah, bank holidays traditionally in the UK, just another day to recover. Thanks, Beef, for posting the links again. Have a click the links, and there's a book on there, and there's also links to one-to-one. Johnny, bought your coffee, Steve, for your help. Thank you very much, Johnny. Appreciate that. Appreciate any support we get. It keeps things strong and keeps motivated, and also keeps everything current. There's a lot coming out in the press about drinking, about also different types of cancers as well. I read an article the other day, and I know for a fact that cirrhosis of the liver is presenting in much younger people. And a lot of women, unfortunately, are having medical issues because of alcohol. Because 30 years ago, 20 years ago even, women didn't drink as much. And you've got women drinking now as much as men. Bottle of wine a day and all that sort of thing. 14% every day. 2 bottles of wine a day. It's not good for anybody. That's it. Thanks very much, Johnny, for the coffee. Appreciate all of that from everybody. Cheers. Next question I had was, we got a lot of comments, and a lot of questions coming out. It's hard to deal with them all, but I'll try and get through them. I bought a breath test off Team U. I don't think they tuned it enough. The UK Martinier smoking. That Team U thing. Has anybody used Team U for anything? Absolutely useless. Some dickhead guy said to me, buy these toothbrush heads, the brawn ones. Team U. That's what I did. And they were like so small, you could have maybe brushed a mouse's teeth with. Crazy company that. Yeah, so again, travel tips for sober people. It's going to be hard on holiday for people. It might be hard bank holidays. I think it's been maybe a difficult summer because the summer's been good. But when it's summertime, people are out and about a bit more. When it's going to hit, because it's been such a good summer, in about 4 weeks' time, when it's dark, it's really dark outside now, it's only 10:15. It's going to be horrendous for you if you're struggling at the moment. I mean, I've been blunt about that, and that's why you need to be here. Because winter time is when it's going to be dark at 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and people get pissed off with that. There's nothing on TV. I mean, I don't watch TV. I've got time. Well, I have, but I don't watch it. So it's going to be hard to stay sober through the winter. That's when I found it most difficult. Not the summertime so much. So you need to be very aware then if you've relapsed in the past. And you need a structure then, definitely, to keep yourself busy. There's nothing worse than getting up in the dark and getting home in the dark and living in the dark. That's all you're doing. So you think, oh, bollocks, I'm going to have a drink. Pass the time away. And then you're back on again. My friend bought a cat scratcher post off Teemu. Did it work though? Roadside breath test the old alcoholics. The trick was to put 2 old copper pennies in your mouth when he used to give a negative breath test. Didn't interfere with the crystal chemistry. It probably did on the old roadside bags. Car scanner for a doll's house. No way. That's quite funny, isn't it? Doll's house. Look, anyway, so half the winter evenings darkness is always an excuse. Yeah, we've got to watch this for people because it's all very jolly at the moment when it's been 30 degrees. Another few days, even or weeks, is going to be bang on into winter. There'll be a lot of people struggling then, and it's going to be a nightmare. So be aware of that. If you need any one-to-one support, then get on the links in the description. We'll sort it out and try and get a structure for you. I'll do a plan to keep you off it because I said before, it was always my danger time. I've been off for a couple of years and I got about November. I thought, oh, God, November. I'm going to do it for like 6 months. I'll just start drinking again. Because it's a long winter in the UK, isn't it? No matter where you are. They start October, November, December, January, February. Yeah, 6 months. It's a long, long time. But it's going to be more pivotal this year, I think, because it's been such a good summer. Isn't it? I find the summer worse too. Yeah, well, there you go. Everyone's different, I suppose, because we're out and about and it's sunny. Christopher Tate, just bought a super chat there. Thanks very much, Christopher. Really appreciate that. It's been some nice donations. Thanks, Christopher. I appreciate every donation that comes in. I appreciate you all for being here, and that makes a massive difference to the channel. Getting these donations and coffees, it's fantastic. And it's great to see this working well. And I hope we're helping people. That's the aim. To help people, to get people healthy, keep people off the booze, and then help people have a better life at the end of the day. Stuart Griffiths, habitual 6 p.m. if you like, then weekends. Find something else to do different. Watching TV person. If you're not a TV person, it is difficult. That's why the hotel gym was good for me. I learned to cook properly and I do cook good meals and stuff. Mark, a drink takes your problems and multiplies them by a power of 1,000. It does. That's a good one, that, Mark. It takes your problems and multiplies them. You think it's going to help, it doesn't. Electronic cars, Kenton, please no, I dread it. Thanks for supporting the channel, Christopher. Yeah, it's a massive support to all these super chats and coffees. Massive support. Makes such a difference. It allows me to keep doing these and making the videos and doing the posts and keep the WhatsApp going and all that. It's turned into quite an interesting, what was a hobby, interesting sort of pastime, really. I could have written a little book as well. I'm going to do another book, so it's good for me. It keeps my brain ticking over. And for years, it was quite stagnant, as you can imagine. Spend some uninterrupted time thinking about what's important to you. Hi, Stoic, how are you? What's important to you, what your priorities are, then work towards that and forsake all the others. It's not enough to wish and hope. One must act right. It's a good point, yeah. Take some time out. Focus on something which is good for you or important. Jonathan Gould, good night. See you soon. The way to succeed with this is to find something which is very long Stoic philosophy's line here. To find something which is more important to you than alcohol. And at the time when you're in the middle of all an active addiction, as it were, then it's very difficult to do that. So you've got to focus on that, and you've got to make that your one and all, really. So on a seasonal affective disorder really does exist without lack of vitamin D. I think I get that. I used to. Mark, we all have to stop drinking and face our problems and demons. Our shadow is called junk. It's true. You've got to face it, haven't you? Night, Jonathan. Even the Simpsons used to glorify drinking. Reminded me of Homer saying alcohol is the solution to all of life's problems, right? There you go. But it's actually the solution to nothing, isn't it? It's a way to an early death. And you've got to be blunt about it. If you're not blunt about it, people won't listen. And that's what happened to me when I was young. When the doctor's like, mamby, pamby, lardy-dardy. Well, just lardy-dardy, but I think just cut down a bit. They should have told me the truth. I should have known, really, to be honest. I mean, even when they did say you should cut down, I said, well, I know better, because we think we know better, don't we? But again, it's not something we take seriously enough. Any other medical thing, you take it more seriously. Christopher, your channel has the ability to change and save lives. Thanks, Christopher. Lived experience is invaluable for people being able to relate to your experience, challenges, and how you overcame them. Thanks very much, Christopher. Fantastic endorsement. Hope I can help. And we're doing a good job as a group as well, which is great. Peter, good night. Beef and chicken. Thanks, Christopher. Yeah, it was a good message there. Johnny the Troll, good night to everyone here. Keep strong together. We can do this. Steve, thank you. See you next time. Cheers, Johnny. Appreciate that. Appreciate you all being here. We've had another good, lively chat again. So I don't think that, not every night, but I don't think doing it most nights is a problem. I think people want this now, and it's become quite a popular slot, as it were. The old black and white films, women and men drunk like fish and smoked like octopus, all it did, yeah, 100%. And alcohol is a very bad solution. Yeah, you're right. It's not a solution, is it? Well, it's a solution as a liquid, but other than that, it's not a solution. Mark, 1983, good night. Car's getting night, Johnny. I will miss all this weekend. Yeah, be good. Have a good time, Beef, wherever you're up to. And don't do anything I wouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? And you go with your husband, aren't you? I think. Wherever you go. You know, but it's a funny thing, this, because we're talking to people in here like we know them, but we do know them. But these people, some of these people are in America, a place I've never been, you know. And it's wonderful, that, isn't it? How it links this. The internet's got a lot of problems. It causes a lot of problems. But also causes a lot of joy as well, doesn't it? And you can link up people all over the world. There's somebody on the other day from bloody Tasmania, you know. I think, wow, it's incredible, isn't it? How people are far and wide, and we can still communicate and actively respond to things and get to know them and all that sort of thing. So who are missing tonight then? Bertie. Who else? There's not been on. Maya, which was on the main channel. Yeah, have a great time. Samantha said there, have a great time. Beef and chicken, yeah, have a lovely time. Hope you enjoy it. We'll miss you on the moderating, of course. That's Lana. I spent my youth waiting in pubs, hoping we would go home soon. And most of the time, we'd get in the car and listen to Dad's cassettes, go and some good music that way. Yeah, good night, Steve. Another great night, especially new people. Well said. Have a great weekend. If you're going to visit family, taking my kids and husband, you're taking them as if it's a chore. They might be taking you. When I talk media portrays alcohol as a feel-good practice, it does, yeah. It's glamorized, isn't it? Glamorized, that's what it is. Yeah, so Beef, have a good time. We'll not mess up when you're away. I promise. Because I've got a few people on here who are quite strong. And we'll see you soon. And have a lovely time. Have a lovely time. So Beef and Chicken, enjoy. It's been a good night again. We did an hour and a half again, which is brilliant. 1 hour, 29 minutes. Let's leave it for another 57 seconds. We'll do 1.5 hours. So that's good. 1.5 hours doesn't seem, or Dottie, no, I haven't seen Dottie, but she's okay because I've seen her on the main channel. A lot of people comment on the YouTube videos, you know. So keep an eye on that. Oh, Dylan just joined. So then we're going to shut off in a minute. Let's give Dylan a few more minutes. Hope you're well, Dylan. We've had an hour and a half tonight. It's been very lively. There's always a few new people on. So we'll be on again tomorrow. Yeah, I know it said there's Dylan. So you're back. And everything else, everybody is accounted for apart from Bertie. So we need to keep an eye on him because everyone else has come up on the main channel. Yeah, where we get all these funny little things like chickens from? Yeah, nice to see you, Dylan. We're going to wrap it up, unfortunately. So we'll see you tomorrow night at 2100 hours BST. But that'll change soon when the daft clocks go back in the UK. I don't know why they do that. Anyway, thanks to everybody for being here. Anybody wants to drop a super chat or buy a coffee later, then please do. And have a good evening. And we will see you all tomorrow. All being well, which should be. Everyone looks, well, seems to be all right anyway, you know. Good, only cuts the last 15 minutes. Yes, well, so we'll be on tomorrow again, 9 o'clock. I'll get 9 o'clock time. I can routine to that. I'll do a night all. I'm sure you'll back with some wise words tomorrow, Stroke. And thanks for being here. Thanks to everybody. And sorry to only miss a little bit of it, but it's on replay as well if you want to catch it. If you can understand what I'm saying. I'm not even sure how the replay has all these comments on or not, but the comments are what make this. You make this, not me. I'm just a daft guy with a face in the middle. Anyway, we'll say good night, and we'll catch you all tomorrow. Take it easy. Oh, that's how do you get me on there? That's clever, isn't it? Really clever. Let's just pin that at the top. It'll be famous one day. We'll all be famous, won't we? There, put it at the top. No, look at that. That's at the top. Wow. I like all this stuff. Very clever. Good night, Anya. And Stoic is there with. He's good with these emojis as well, isn't he? Oh, that's just come back. I've just found out how to get the whole screen on. I'm learning slowly, you know, how to work this. It's not been easy. Nothing's easy. I know what this is. Like some funny thing. Did I pin that? No, I did. I pinned it. Me. I did it. I managed to pin it. Which is good, isn't it? It's been a steep learning curve, but I'm getting there. Keep it going. Have a great time, and we'll see you soon. Good night.